students, welcome to biology class. I hope you all are fine and have gone through the previous video. Yes, bache, in chapter number 6 in tissues, till now we have discussed about plant tissues. We discussed about different types of plant tissues, simple permanent tissues, complex permanent tissues, then about the protective tissues. So now let us start with the animal tissues. These tissues are present also in the animal body, and the animal tissues are broadly classified into epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue and nervous tissue. Firstly, I am going to start with the basic classification of all these types of tissues. Epithelial tissue, which forms the lining of most of the body organs in the animal body, depending upon the shape of the cells and the position and their function, these epithelial tissue are of following types: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium and glandular epithelium. As the name indicates, epi means outermost, thelial means layer. This epithelial tissue forms the outer covering of most of the body organs and the cavities present in between them. Then another type of animal tissue is the muscular tissue, which is found mostly in the muscles and has been further classified into three types. Number 1, striated muscle fibers. Number 2, unstriated muscle fibers. And number 3 are the cardiac muscle fibers. The third type of animal tissue is the connective tissue, which is basically present in between the two organs, and their main function is to connect the different body organs. This connective tissue is further classified into connective tissue proper, which is of 4 types: areolar connective tissue, adipose connective tissue, ligaments and tendons. Another type of connective tissue is the skeletal tissue, which is found in the bones and the cartilages. And the third is the fluid connective tissue, that is the blood and the lymph. Fourth type of tissues present in the animal body are the nervous tissue, which is made up of millions of nerve cells that help in transmitting the message from the stimulus to the effector organ. Now we will discuss about all these types of tissues, the structure of the cells and their function in detail one by one. Let us begin with epithelial tissue. Epithelial, as I already told you, it is the outermost covering of the most body organs. It is a protective tissue. The epithelial tissue is made up of the cells which lie close to each other and form a continuous sheet. These cells are known as epithelial cells. The cells are flat and polygonal, lie one after the other with a little or no intercellular space. The cells of the epithelial tissue, they lie on a thin, delicate membrane, which is also known as basement membrane. Basement membrane is elastic, delicate and fibrous membrane. You see the diagram. This is a basement membrane. On this basement membrane, the flat polygonal cells, they lie. Epithelial tissue is mostly one layered thick. Each cell has a proper nucleus and cytoplasm. This is the basic diagram of a epithelial tissue. This is the basement membrane. It is the nucleus and this is the cytoplasm. I hope now the structure is clear. So the cells of epithelial tissue are flat and polygonal with a little or no intercellular space between them, and it forms a continuous sheet. The cells lie on a thin, delicate membrane called as basement membrane. This membrane, being elastic, provides the support. Now comes what is the function of this epithelial tissue. The epithelial tissue keeps different body system apart keeps body systems separate because it forms the outer covering of most of the body organs. Since it acts like a barrier, allows the exchange of gases, allows the transport of substances between two or more organs. It is permeable. As in case of alveoli of the lungs, it allows the exchange of gases. Now, furthermore, this epithelial tissue, depending upon their position, that is their location, the shape of the cells is further classified as squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, and glandular epithelium. I will discuss with you today I will discuss only the structure of squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium is further classified into simple squamous epithelium and stratified squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, simple squamous epithelium, is made up of a single layer of cells with the characteristics similar of the epithelial tissue. It is single layered, made up of thin and flat cells which fit to each other like the tiles. It is also known as pavement epithelium, and it is mostly found in the areas where the protection is the main function, filtration is the function, and exchange of gases is the function. For example, inner lining of the esophagus is made up of simple squamous epithelium. Alveoli of the lungs, where exchange has to take place, is made up of simple squamous epithelium. Buccal cavity or the inner lining of the mouth and the lining of the kidney tubules all are made of simple squamous epithelium. But if the cells of simple squamous epithelium are found in many layers, it is known as because it is found in the pattern of layers, it is known as stratified squamous epithelium. The cells are thin, the cells are flat or polygonal, but are present in many layers to prevent the wear and tears of the tissues. And this type of squamous epithelium is called stratified squamous epithelium, which is mainly found in the skin, whose main function is to protect the underlying tissues from the entry of the germs or the pathogens. So, bache, this is all about the squamous epithelium. In the tomorrow's class, we will discuss about other types of epithelium. Thank you.